Chords. All right, there's not too many, as you can see. That's on that second page. All right, so now, the first one is your regular place chord. Okay, here we are. I want you to play your cadences because the examination is coming up soon. And this is what you hear. All right, now, we don't want that, okay? So that's just straight down into the key with a tight wrist. So how can we get away from that? So first of all, the placement is going to be just like that. See this? I'm placing this. Do I go? No, I go this. So what we're doing is placing our hand forward. It's a forward and a release of the wrist. A forward and a release of the wrist. So, if I put pedal, this is what I do. You know how you have what we just heard? This is what I was teaching. Nice instead of major, minor, and right, so that you could hear. And also, if you do it with a crescendo up and a crescendo back, I'll do that more, and I'll use pedals, so you hear how pretty it sounds. They don't like the sound of the chord. They're just thinking. They're not listening to nice sounds. So, crescendo a little more. 3 quarters of the key. Release of the key. Take crescendo. And if you do a little bit of retard and a change of pedal, we've got a cadence. All right? Isn't that better? Okay. So that's just an example of what you might want to do. The major, augmented, minor, diminished. Okay. Here we are. Here it would be place, release, and then place, hold. And when you place, hold, at the end of that, you come up abruptly. So place, release, place, hold. All right. Now I'm going to do that with the piece. All right? And the left hand is doing a wrist staccato. On the second line, what does it say? Add. Because this is where we're trying to get the students to add these markings. So all the way through the book, I'll start some of the markings, but then I'll say add to have the students do theirs. Okay? So now that's the regular place and place release of a chord. This would be up, just like we had the up individual from the key up. This is with a chord, okay? So. Now let me tell you how that helps. When you are doing the regular wrist staccato, where do we start? Above the key. What's our chances of playing the wrong notes? Lots, okay? Because it would be. So we'll always play they'll always play the correct notes if they have their fingers on top of it first. I've got that, I've got that, I've got that, I've got that. So they've got them. Instead of, see, it's just going to be very helpful for them, and it's the right sound. It's the right sound. That's the up and the little examples. And hopefully, if I can get this repertoire book out, the whole piece would be there with that. But we only wanted to give you an example of things that you might be teaching already that you could use these with. All right, the toss. This is an intermediate because here we had done wrist, okay? We had done wrist. And you notice that the hand goes up, the wrist is here. Now watch what I do with toss. I'm going to do this. Did you see what I did? I took the wrist and I brought it up, and this is hanging. Here it's the midpoint. Here, it's hanging, so that this is as loose as can be. If you can just do that for me in the air so you get an idea. So here we have it. Just let it hang. And very loose, and just go like this. Okay, you hear how relaxed that is? Okay. Now when we have thirds or sixths that are moving up and down, it's usually very tight. Very tight. So here, to give you an example of this one, this would be, now here they have fingering. Everybody's done this arabesque, right? What is this? Petite reunion, this is third note. Okay. You see what I did? So I have it like this, And, okay, you see my wrist is fairly high. Now if I did that wrist staccato, first of all, it's a little tight already. Can you tell? All right. You know what I like really? This. Just 4-2. And oddly enough, he puts it in the second part when he goes up. And when I was teaching this, I said, oh, why should we follow that 5-3-2-1 thing? Let's just do this. And I've always taught it just the 4-2 going down and going up. All right, so that's, and you know this, right? I'll do their finger. Gives you an idea of what that would be like. All right. This was one of the last touches that I added, oddly enough, were simple legato, because I couldn't figure out what to call it, and this toss, because I couldn't figure out what to call it. And with working with my students, they came up with these ideas. They're pretty smart. The next is shove. Okay, so now a shove would be just that. Let's see what it looks like. Can you come up here for me? Yeah. Okay, I'm sitting here nicely, all right? But what I'd like you to do is to put your fist against here and give me a shove. All right, a shove. Oh, what? I want you to get me off the seat. Ready? Pretty good, not more suddenly. Oh, that's perfect! Okay, usually if there's guys, there's no problem, because they shove each other a lot. Okay. But women do this kind of a thing. Okay, but what we're after here is just that, just what you just did. You are going to have your chord in place, and you're going to go fast forward, just a shove. Sudden forward, sudden forward. Do it in your hand, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just a sudden forward, but it's very relaxed, very relaxed. It's just the movement forward that's going to make this. Okay, so we have... shove release, and the second one's okay, do it again. Can you hear the difference between that and a regular up? Even loud up. This is shove. The shove has a little bit more punch to it, literally. And then this, many people have done this particular shove pattern. Cool when it has a shove instead of just a regular thing. Okay. And the last one of the chords is the cling chord. Remember our legato, our caramel legato? How can we do that with a chord? It's just going to stay there. You know, and so I chose one here that definitely would stay there if it didn't have a pedal. So now here, this is what kids would do, and we're sometimes prone to doing it as well. The pedal is here. That's all you need. That's a cheating legato with pedal, okay? So if we want to do the clean legato, and I'm going to do it without pedal first. See how I'm staying? As long as I can. Okay, now with the pedal, but I'm still staying on that note as long as I can, and then not coming up much above the surface to do the next one. Just that idea that you're going to go through, you're going to hold it, but go through to the next one and the next one, instead of just I'm playing it and then just letting it rebound and have pedal. And you can hear the difference of someone who uses pedal to connect and someone who uses this kind of legato. So this is, I think, very helpful for your students to learn, especially if they're doing one of those Chopin nocturnes that has the chorale little section, instead of just relying on pedal. You have enough trouble having to connect fingers. But anyway, I'm giving you more problems. Next. Okay, now here is remember what I showed you I do for my students with a staccato? Here's the chordal one, and here it uses, oh, let's see, do I have it? Oh, I'll have to read it up there, I don't have my book. Okay, so here it would be, okay. And then here, that's what I had done for you before, remember? And then, so it uses all of the different kinds of touches with, oh, that's what I should do. Who has a second hand? Okay, ready? I'm going to play this. How tedious this would be to practice, okay? Let's see. Seconds. Oh my God, how can we possibly add that to their practice time? You could call this the fun technique part. After they do their scales and arpeggios, they do the legato, the staccato, and the chordal touches. And I promise you it's less than 5 minutes for all three of them. Okay, and this is the intermediate level. So obviously the elementary one's going to be easier than this. It's not going to go into all of these different kinds of chords.